Okay, hi. This is our project, Where2Mug. So basically, our problem statement is that there are many students in Singapore who prefers to study outside their homes, but they often struggle to find suitable public study spaces. And yeah, so for example, places like the libraries are frequently crowded, uh, and then this will lead to students having to do trial and errors, and then to look for spaces such as cafes, which might lack suitable amenities or might not be very suitable for their studies. So because of this, our team came up with this solution, Where2Mug, which is actually cloud-based SaaS platforms that actually allows students to add study-friendly locations, and then other users can actually search for these study spots and then even give their own reviews as well. Okay. In addition to the students, this platform is also targeted for F&B businesses. Okay, because F&B businesses might face challenges managing student traffic. They would prefer for these F&B businesses, they would prefer that their students can fill up the seats during off-peak hours. Okay, but at the same time, they would wish to be able to regulate traffics during peak hours so that they can allow for uh, other customers to patronize their business. Okay, so this Where2Mug will also give the F&B businesses an opportunity to regulate this student traffic. Okay, so this is the homepage of the website. Okay, so the very first function that we'll be talking about is to register for an account. Okay, so under the registration tab, you just need to fill up your full name, your email address, your password, and you can also designate whether you are a student who is looking for study spots to study, or you are a business owner who is interested in listing your business, your premise, and then your availability of the premise. Okay, so I'll be creating an account under the student role. Okay, so once you create an account, all you need to do is to log in, and then you are able to access the different functions. Okay, so I'll pass to Darshan to continue.
So next, I will be talking about the view study spots feature lah. So we wanted students to be able to find suitable study location quickly. So whether they prefer less crowded study spot or the highly rated study spot, or simply study spot that is near the student. So to support this different preferences, we allow user to toggle between two different views lah. So one is the map, one is the list view. Yep. So list view provides a clean structured breakdown of all the available study slot. So over in the main page, you can see that each study spots display essential information such as the current crowd level, which is determined by the number of users who have checked in on. And it also shows the number of reviews and a brief description of the study spot. And there's three buttons over here. So the view buttons, by clicking into it, it reveals more information, which includes like all the user reviews. Then there's also a review button which allows students to share their experience. Then next on the map view, it offers a more intuitive location-based experience. Okay, study spots are shown on the map using interactive markers. So user can visually explore the study spaces around them. So this is especially helpful when someone is on the move and wants to quickly find the nearest study spot. Okay, next I'll move on to the check-in, check-out feature lah. So this feature helps us to maintain the accurate real-time crowd information while keeping the user experience simple and seamless lah. So students can check in when they arrive at the study spot and check out when they leave. So system will actually update the crowd level immediately. So this keeps the indicator reliable and useful for everyone. So with just a single click, the user is instantly check in, and the interface should update the button to show a checkout button. So moving forward, we can further enhance this feature by maybe partnering with businesses to introduce incentives for user to check in. So for example, the user could earn points, redeem rewards when they check in regularly. Yeah. So next I'll pass to Noah to talk about the filter studies mode.
Thank you, Dawson. I will now introduce some other features that Where2Mug has. So firstly, you can search for study spots by their keywords. So for example, I can search for library and then see a list of study spots at various libraries that the app currently has. So we can filter the study spots by certain conditions as well. So for example, I can let the website use my current location to check for any study spots within a certain radius. So as you can see here are the study spots that are within 5 km radius of my current location. And I can just simply click clear location if I want to return back to the full list of study spots. You can also filter by those that are above a certain rating level. So here you can see all the study spots that have more than 4+ rating. And you can also filter study spots by the number of active check-ins. So for example, right now there are no study spots with more than 20 active check-ins. So you can use this feature to kind of check for the current crowd levels.
Okay,
So
great.
now I'll pass on my time to Mildred, who will introduce more features of our application.
Okay, so I will introduce another feature of Where2Mug, which is the ability for users to contribute new study locations. So let me walk you through how we have made this process seamless using Google Places API integration. So when a user clicks on Add Study Spot, they are greeted with this intuitive form. The key feature here is our Google Places autocomplete search bar right at the top. So as I start typing a location name, let's say Jurong East Library, you'll notice that real-time suggestions appearing from Google's extensive database of establishments, and this will save users from manually having to enter addresses and coordinates. So when I select a location from this drop-down, behind the scenes, the autocomplete component actually communicates with Google's Places API and then retrieves comprehensive location data, which will include the place name, a unique Google Place ID, the geographic coordinates like latitude and longitude, and the fully formatted address. So all of this data is then automatically populated into our form, and the name has filled in by itself, and there's a green confirmation message showing this address. So a few technical points that are worth noting is that we use the React Google Autocomplete library for this integration, and this Google Place ID serves as our unique identifier so as to prevent duplicates. And this geographic coordinates actually enable the map-based features that we saw earlier, and users can still edit this name as well as the status and add descriptions to personalize this entire listing. So I will just name it as Jurong East Library. I will set it to an active location. And I will write a simple description like and I will create this study spot. So you can see that the study spot has appeared here. So moving on, another feature I would like to share is that one of the components of Where2Mug is our community-driven review system. So our users can share their experiences at study spots through giving ratings and writing comments and helping others make informed decisions about where to study. So let me also do a quick demonstration. And when you view this study spot list, users can actually click the Add Review button or Write Review button next to the locations, and they can write a simple description. And with this, there are two main elements in this simple form here. First is a star rating system from 1 to 5 stars, as well as the description field itself. So I will attempt to write a simple description here. And I will give it maybe I'll give it 4 stars. And then I'll click submit. And I think this will update. We will probably need a page refresh for this to update. Yep, and there's a review here. So when you click back onto the study card, you can actually see the review appearing here as well as the username, as well as the rating. So what happens is that this review requires a user to actually be logged in already and authenticated before they can write this review. And they must not have previously reviewed this study spot before, because we want to prevent duplicate reviews from the same user. And if all these checks pass, this review is saved and then appears here. Okay, then I will move on to the final conclusion of some future improvements that we think that we can make for this entire application. So as Where2Mug grows, we would like to further enhance the user experience and platform scalability. And we are planning to expand our review system with structured metrics that matter more to students, which is some metrics like noise level indicators, such as is the place quiet or moderate or loud? What about the Wi-Fi quality? Maybe some scores on Wi-Fi quality, such as connection speed and reliability, or as well as power outlet availability, like whether there are charging stations available. And these additional metrics will help complement the written reviews here and make it easier to filter study spots by certain specific needs of students. And for additional business features, we are intending to implement a real-time seat availability system for business owners. Cafes and libraries will be able to update current capacity to allow students to check availability before they travel down to the study spot. So this will reduce any wasted trips and help businesses at the same time manage foot traffic during their peak hours. Yeah, and these improvements would really position Where2Mug to actually scale up from a university tool to a potentially citywide study space discovery platform. Thank you.